Hey family, it's King David back for another exclusive, live here from my base of operations, which is my house. And I run a one-man army, and this is it. This is my base of operations. Yes, indeed. So, the issue on the table today is closure. And this is going to be sort of interesting because this is sort of a relationship and a black empowerment type of thing. So, closure. It seems to me that people, especially our people, have this thing where we're waiting for other people to give us closure. And I know that's one of the biggest misconceptions that people put out there is you need an ex to give you closure, or you need someone to give you closure, but you don't actually need someone to give you closure. Oh my God, you didn't know that, did you? Right. So, closure, it's much like history. You have to look at the words. The English language is one of those languages where there's a lot of coded messages hidden in the words. So, like history, his story, library, that's where they bury their lives. Okay, closure. Closure, which means close your doors. That's simple. But what I mean by that is you can't wait on somebody to do something for you to give you emotional closure. And what brought this about is some of you may be aware that Marcus Garvey's family, his son especially, is pushing to get President Obama to give his father a pardon. But the thing about it is, well, Barack Obama's gone. He's done. He's got like 11 more days left. He's gone. But he ain't never done shit for black people anyway. Oh, wait. He did reopen those cold cases from the 60s, the civil rights era. From the 60s and the 50s. Whoop-de-doo. What's that gonna do? I was explaining to this sister, like, she was like, well, we need this, for closure and da-da-da-da. Like, no, sister, we do not. I'm sorry, but we don't. Why do you need, on the black empowerment side of the game, why do you need a Wazungu to give you closure about your heroes? Marcus Garvey is our hero. He looks like us. Why give him a pardon? We knew he wasn't a criminal in the first place. But he had snitches on the inside, and they snitched, and they got him caught up. But we know he wasn't a criminal. Martin wasn't a criminal. He got arrested several times. Malcolm X wasn't a criminal. Think about it. All the people that they put in prison are not criminals. Assata Shakur is not a criminal. Maybe according to the United States of America, but as we see, Big Pharma, scratch that. Everybody on the top in America almost is a criminal. Presidents, governors, senators, House of Legislator, pretty much everybody at the top is a criminal. But they called them their heroes. President Bush, George W. Oh, he was a hero. He took on the Taliban. No, he is a criminal. He is a war criminal. Bill Clinton is a war criminal. Reagan, war criminal. All of them are criminals. But white people consider that them heroes. Think about it. They always calling up on the name of their ancestors. The J. Edgar Hoover Federal Building, the Abraham Lincoln Memorial, the Jefferson Memorial. He's a criminal too. They always calling up on the name of their ancestors, and they criminals. They was criminals when they came here and stole this land from our ancestors, the Native Americans. Native Americans were black. Majority of them anyway. Some of us did come over on boats. Yes. But not all of us. Majority of us was already here. But I digress. Those are their heroes. But in all actuality, they're criminals. Actual criminals. Our heroes aren't criminals, so why do you need a Wazungu to give you closure about your criminal? Why do you need them to give you a day? They give you one day, Martin Luther King Day in January on his birthday, and that's the one you're supposed to celebrate. What about Khalid Muhammad? His birthday was yesterday. Celebrate his day. What about Malcolm Shabazz? As you see, I'm channeling his spirit on my hoodie here. Okay? Again, I'm just asking questions here because I don't see why you waiting on somebody else to celebrate your heroes or waiting on somebody else to do something for you. If you want closure, again, you have to close your door. Close your own door. I found that out. Because I've been hurt in relationships, people. I'm not going to lie to you. I fell in love with this gal so tough, man, I would have rocked that finger. This was some years ago. And then all of a sudden, she stopped talking to me. Didn't answer, didn't call, nothing. I don't know what happened. Still to this day, though. But it doesn't matter. I was hurt. I cried myself to sleep many a nights. I'm not afraid to say that. But I got over it myself. If I was still waiting on her to give me closure on that situation, I'd still be hurt. You dig? It don't work like that. It's not supposed to. What you're doing is giving them the power over you. That's what you're doing. You're waiting on somebody else to validate your feelings. Closure is something that you have to work through yourself. You got to quit falling for all these symbolic victories, people. Barack Obama did his last little speech in Chicago. Why? Because he wants to give closure to the black community. We ran a good campaign. We ran a campaign on change. And change we brought to the United States. We did a fantastic job. Joe and I. And we're kicking off and we're leaving. I'm sorry to be leaving you guys. Got to hand over the reins to Trump. But I want all you guys to know that I, your president, Barack Hussein Obama, is behind you 100%. That's basically what it was. It was one of them symbolic victory type things. But we still celebrating the man's legacy even though he hasn't done nothing for us. Now, as the actual president of the United States, he did a fantastic job. Except for Obamacare. That was a travesty, but that's not what we're here to talk about. But for black people, he didn't do nothing. And if you are one of those people who's looking for closure from him, you're not going to get it. Marcus Garvey is never going to be pardoned. Assata Shakur is never going to be pardoned. She's in Cuba right now, living out the rest of her days. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you can't wait on somebody else. Stop waiting on somebody else to do something that you should be doing. All right, I'm back. So, my thing is do for self. Build your own economy. Build your own school. Build your own heroes. Malcolm Shabazz is one of my heroes. I love what the man had to offer. More so than a lot of other scholars. So I bought this hoodie. And I thought I lost it the other day. I thought it got stolen. It didn't. But I was hurt. Because I love this hoodie. Malcolm Shabazz is the truth. Malcolm X is the truth. That's my guy. But am I waiting on the Wazungu, the white man, to tell me that it's okay? Let's put him up on the pedestal, because they're never going to do it. He was too radical. The only reason why they put Brother Martin on the pedestal is because he had the whole non-violent movement. And even then, back in the day, they wasn't putting him on the pedestal because he got arrested several times. So, I'm not going to keep rambling on. I think you get the point. But closure literally means to close your doors. Close those doors. Close the chapters of your life that are still open. If you still got chapters in your life that's open, you still got windows in your past life that you need open, close them. You can't wait on somebody else to tell you, this is the reason why I did it. I'm sorry. Especially with parents. I know some parents aren't there. Some parents were terrible. Like my father told me one time, he's like, I did the best I could with what I had. Not saying my dad was a bad parent, but he could have been better. But he did the best he could with what he had at the time. My parents got a divorce years ago. I was going through depression and mood swings, and I tried to kill myself. And I had to get closure to that situation. I couldn't wait on my parents to bring me closure. My mom used to apologize all the time. Oh, I'm sorry. Look, Mom, stop apologizing. It's okay. I'm okay with that situation. It's fine. It happens. I dealt with it in my own way. I brought closure to that myself. I brought closure to my relationship with Lisa. I brought closure to my relationship with Kim. I did that. And I never had no problems looking at the white man for all the stuff that we should be doing. Civil rights case. Opening up cold cases when the majority of those people are dead and gone. Don't do it. Do it yourself. Quit waiting on somebody. And I'm out. Peace.